Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a very special tag video that I've been tagged in by Miss Clara Barrera here on YouTube. She will be linked down below. She did a video based off of Allie M's channel. I will tag her also down below. She had started a tag where you do a rainbow look in thanks to all the heroes, the people that are essential workers that are still having to go to work during COVID-19. And so I was very, very happy that I got tagged in this because I would love to do a rainbow look. And we're going to go into some palettes that I have here that are perfect in that color. I already have my eyes primed, and partially it's because you can see some pink underneath there. Another look had stained my eyes. So we are going to just get into this. And also I'm doing something that I've never done before. So we'll see how well this works out. I hope I don't bring shame on anybody. But okay, so I'm going to go into the Spectrum and Perfusion palette, and I'm going to go into that blue there. So this was something that I really thought is something that would be a meaningful tag to show thanks to all the essential workers out there. I know that many people are at home, but we also know many people that still have to go to work, that they're still essential workers. And I know that for my family, we've been touched by this whole ordeal, I guess you could call it, very much. My husband still has to go to work, even though I'm very high risk. He still has to go to work. He's an essential worker. He doesn't work on the machines, but he is somebody that takes care of the tools and everything that are made for like Caterpillar machines, big Caterpillar machines for agriculture. And so he's an essential worker. So he has to go to work. And then my daughter is out of work. She just had a baby. She's out of work now because she's a salon stylist. And so now she's out of work. And then her husband, that they just had a baby, like I said, like he had already interviewed and got a new job at somewhere else, and they told him to go ahead and quit his job, and now they're not hiring because they can't pay anybody. So they're both unemployed with a brand new baby. So there's that. That was one thing. And then my son that lives in Washington State, it's hilarious because his dad, my ex-husband, and his wife both they both are working from home, but my son that's 18 has to go and work at a grocery store because he works at a grocery store, and so they're still open. He's an essential worker, and so I worry about him. And actually his dad, my ex-husband, they think he had COVID-19. They never tested him, but he was really sick, and so they're pretty sure that he had it. And he still kind of doesn't feel all that great. So concerned about him. And then my mom that's 70, she worked at a company her whole life, like not whole, goodness, no. She worked for a company for over 20 years, and she started at that company since it opened. So she helped them get on their feet. She wore many hats, helped them build the company from ground up. My stepdad that just passed away this last summer, he also worked there as an engineer. And my mom and my stepdad would work there for 60 some hours a week up until their 70s, still working 60 hours a week. Sometimes just 40, but sometimes as much as 60 as needed. And she got laid off. So, and that company is not looking good. And she's worked there for 20 years. So our family's been affected pretty greatly from this whole thing. My husband has lost a lot of pay, even though he goes to work. He's lost a lot of pay because they cut all of his overtime, and so he, $500 a paycheck is a lot of money, and so, well, it's anywhere from $400 to $500. Just depends on how much overtime he gets, but anyway, so it's hit us hard, pretty hard. But there's a lot more people out there that are having to sacrifice even more than what we are. And I just think about all the hospital workers, because I know, my son works in the grocery store and all these things, and they are putting their lives in danger, but nowhere near what these medical professionals are putting themselves through. And, it gut punches me to see a nurse that's a new nurse, and not a new nurse, but she's a nurse, and she comes back from maternity leave, and they stick her on the respiratory floor because that's where she's needed. And she quits because there's no way that she's going to go work the respiratory floor with a ton of infected patients and bring it home to her newborn baby. And she was crying because she knew that the nurses didn't have enough masks or gowns. And she said if they went into the room, they had to grab a mask and a gown, and sometimes they were reused. But out in the area where they do their computer work and everything else, they couldn't have a mask and gown on. And so, that's the people that I think of that are really true heroes in this situation. The other people that I think are real true heroes are our police officers and first responders and our ambulance drivers and the people that have to interact close contact with people all over. And my son-in-law is a police officer. And I know some people that have, that are EMS also. And so, that's the people sacrificing the most. And, when people are deciding to go ahead and go on their cruises, whenever the cruises were still going, and people that were still going to spring break, they don't care about that. I mean, they're not even thinking one bit about the people that are true heroes and sacrificing. There is also, so like I said, I got tagged by Clara Barrera. Allie M started this tag. And I'm doing a rainbow look. I'm just doing something out of the box. And then some others that you can go watch that I'll link down below that has also done this before if you haven't already watched it, is Anya Stamper, my best friend, my twinsy, and I keep throwing shadow in my eye because I'm trying to use a big brush when I shouldn't be. And then Jen Jackson, pretty much everybody that's in our 5 Shades of Awesome is in this tagged, but I'm also going to be tagging some people at the end of this. So I will be passing this on so we can keep this going so people can see that, there's real people behind this, and you can tell stories about people that and just talk about how we all have to keep everybody that has to go to work safe. And we can play our part. If we can stay at home, we can play our part. And our part right now is just making sure that we stay home and not try to come in contact with public as much as possible. But also, like I said, there's Anya Stamper and Jen Jackson and Danielle Gertzenberger that all have done this already. So I will link all their channels down below. Okay, so there we go. Now here's where I get nervous, guys. I'm going to take some white P. Louise base. We're going to try to carve out some shapes. So we'll see how this goes, okay? Just bear with me. And I might speed this up and be quiet because this is something that I cannot do and talk. So I'm going to try to bring this in closer. And I have nails, so I really don't know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to sabotage myself, it feels like. Okay. So I'm going to be quiet, play you some music.
Standing on the edge of a cliff, realize there must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand from him, send with me tonight. I run away. I run away.
you.
Guys, this is my final look. What do you think? That's my first time trying something like that, but I think it well represents the picture. Now, this is a little bit of story time. I just want to tell you why a rainbow is so special to me. Rainbows have been around since 2348 BC, so that was a long time ago, before Christ. BC means before Christ. AD means after death. And a lot of people don't realize that, but that's been around since time began. And so we've always said BC, AD, no matter what people believed. It was always BC and AD in the amount of time throughout history of, no matter what people believed. So rainbows are a symbol that God gave after the flood of the earth, that he would not flood the earth again and restart humanity all over again. So rainbows are special, and they've been around for a long, long time, and they've been created by God. So I just want to let you know that. I think that they're special. I think that they're beautiful. I think that they're magical, and he creates them in the sky for us. So anyways, I kind of like how this turned out. Would I wear this every day? No, but this is an Instagram look, and that's what we're going for. And so thank you to all of you out there that are putting your lives in danger to keep this world going. We need you, and we thank you so very much. And I know, as far as me and my family, we promise to do our part, and our part is to stay home and to not go out and do frivolous things. And that's what I've been in my house. Next week will be 6 weeks, way before it even reached outside of Washington State. I've been in quarantine. So we just need to stay home, make sure that this stuff all clears up so that we can all get together. We can hug each other. We can kiss each other. We can say, and go and have a good time together and see our families. We just need to make sure that we're doing the right thing. So thank you guys out there that are putting your lives on the line and then going home to your families and being scared that, that you may potentially bring something home to them. And I know that there are nurses living in motorhomes in their driveway that people have donated to them just so that they don't come in contact with their family. That's a sacrifice. And they're not just sacrificing that for themselves or the health of their family. They're sacrificing that because they could quit their job. They choose to go to work, and because they know that they're needed, and they're helping people, and they're helping people stay alive out of this pandemic. And so we should do something for them. I made a makeup look. That's not what we should do for them. We should be staying home and protecting our frontlinesmen. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I am going to tag. I have them in my notes, so give me just a minute, and I'm going to tell you who I tagged to do this next. I'm tagging quite a few. Okay, who I am tagging in this next is Angie at 4F Beauty. I tag you to do this. Colleen, and uniquely, individually, me is her channel. I tag you. Kate White, I tag you. Didi DeCorte, I tag you. Riri or Darissa Rianne, I tag you. Leanne Soreo, I tag you. Super Lady, I tag you. Hey, I don't know if you guys will all see this, but if you can't do it, that's fine. But I'm just putting your names out there. And the last person I tagged was Steph's Pans. So if you guys have any questions about that, you can DM me and we can talk about it, but I tag you to do this also. So I hope that I see some more videos out there thanking our heroes that are going to work every day and having to put their lives and their families' lives in danger. So I hope that you guys enjoy this, everybody, and I hope that you guys all have a blessed day. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi.